It is so disrespectful and so embarrassing. Even Ibrahim Traore mentioned it. He said it. Family, today's topic is serious topic and it's a little bit funny as well. You know, when you are claiming that someone is your friend, there's a question that we actually don't ask to find out, or some investigation, let me put it that way, for us to understand if the person we are claiming to be our friend, we are also the friend of that person, according to the person. We are in South Africa, by the way. South Africans are no longer welcome in the United States. Honestly speaking, as we are speaking right now, the South Africa ambassador in the United States is being dismissed. It has been declared as persona non grata. I think that's the word they use, right? Yes, persona non grata. Someone who is no longer welcome. This man is the ambassador of South Africans. So if they are expelling him or they are dismissing him, it simply means that South Africa, because he is representing South Africans, it means South Africans are not welcome. Well, the United States of America is a democratic country where freedom of speech is allowed. And we know these are the people who go about telling everybody. The United States have been going to tell everybody, Ghana, especially the entire Africa, to practice democracy. These are the people who are teaching all of us on the continent of Africa or in the world how to maintain democracy and allow people to speak freely. So in the United States, everybody's supposed to speak freely. Nobody should be afraid to speak. You can criticize the government if you think they are doing something which you don't like. That is the democracy that they give to us. And in Africa, they expect everybody to be jamming their government. That it means we are practicing democracy. Everybody is speaking. But in the United States, it look like under Trump administration, you are free to speak. There's freedom of speech. But after you speak, if you are going to be free, it's another thing altogether. The freedom after the speech is a different thing altogether. Just now, the US Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, he announced that South Africa's ambassador to the United States, Ibrahim Rasool, is no longer welcome in the country. And if you look at the way they are dismissing this high-ranking profile man, this is not somebody that came to the country illegally. This, we are talking about ambassador, someone who is representing the entire South Africa in the United States. They are sacking him like the way somebody illegally migrate to the United States. It tells you the level of respect they have for you people. South Africans have some attitude, not all South Africans, but some of the South Africans, they have some attitude, which they always say that, oh, we love our white people. We love our white people. Leave us alone. The only nation where you see them in the comment section on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, everywhere fighting Pan-African platforms are South Africans. They always come with, leave us alone. Hebanga, concentrate on your country. We love our white people. So the problem is this. We understand the fact that you love your white people and you consider them as your people in Orania over there, the white South Africans, we call them like that. Do they also consider you as our people? Would they stand by you? That's the problem. When you critically look at it right now, the United States or the Trump administration would not fight for black South Africans. They are only standing by the white South Africans. Whatsoever the white South Africans are doing to the black South Africans, these people will not speak about it. So they are only standing, and they will always stand by their own people. But South Africans will stand against their own people because of their white people. With all being said, this man, Ibrahim Rasool, who is the ambassador of South Africa to the United States, he made some comment in regards to Donald Trump's, policies, which he, according to the comment, he said Donald Trump policy is going to somehow anyhow made the white people become minority, and this is the reason why they are expelling him. According to Rubio on his Twitter, this is not something that he went to Twitter to issue the statement there disrespectfully. They did not formally, initiate, let's say, diplomatic communication to communicate diplomatically or officially to the ambassador to show respect to. No, he went on Twitter and called him a race-betting politician who disliked US President Donald Trump. So in the United States, you are free to speak until the speech touch Donald Trump or it disagree with them. Freedom of speech there is there. But when you speak, if you be free after speech, is a different thing altogether. But Julius Malema is not taking it easy. You know, Julius Malema, as Ramaphosa, as we are speaking, Ramaphosa is trying everything possible. When you look at how Ramaphosa is putting the thing, he is massaging the whole thing that, oh, they are still open to have good relation with the United States. He doesn't want to say anything offensive in a way, because you see, I understand him though. South Africans are living in the United States. So as a president, you need to strategize in a way that it should not become they should not become a target because of your behavior. Do you understand? So I believe that is why Ramaphosa is trying to massage the whole thing. Julius Malema is giving it to them head on. He is not ready to listen or to massage them. When he speaks, he's just blowing fire.
We are not cowards, and they must not try us.
This whole conversation, the dismissal of this ambassador and all these things happening, is centered around the fact that the land reform policy initiated by the South Africa government, which gave the government mandate to take back some of their land, the conversation is centered around this policy. The United States believe, or Donald Trump and his billionaire Elon Musk, they believe that this is a racial policy which target the white people in South Africa. A land that you came to take from the people's land. You are on the people's land. And you guys are minority in the country, but you seize larger part of the land. It doesn't make any sense. And when you talk about it, you see our South Africans in the comment. They'll come. You check the comment. Leave us alone. Because they are the only people who fight Pan-African platform. Leave us alone. Concentrate on your country. Leave us alone. These are the things they'll be saying in the comment section. Meanwhile, these people that you don't want us to talk about and believe that they are your people, these people, they don't even want you to come and live among them. You see, during the apartheid regime, this has been the same thing. White and black cannot live together. And after the end of apartheid, this thing should not repeat. But this is a town in South Africa called Orania where black people cannot live there. Tell me if that is not the new version of apartheid. Let's analyze it. It's the same thing. Recently, I got a call, guys, from I spoke about South Africans, and during their election, and I advocated that they should do us Pan-Africans the favor to vote Julius Malema. Come and see. I was trending on their chat on TikTok. They insulted me left and right. That video had a lot of reaction. They insulted me, reported it, insulted me, until TikTok have to even take some of the videos down. Honestly speaking, and then the lady called me and said she want to have a conversation with me. So he tested me on TikTok to private chat. So I sent him my number, and then the lady called me, and the lady was telling me how the white people in South Africa treat the black people. And I was surprised. The lady say when they go to the beach and the white people are there, they are bathing, they are using the beach, and you, the black person, you cannot enter there. So these are people who don't want to live with you. They don't consider you as their people. They have a new city in your country, which very soon they are going to declare that they want to be independent, and the United States will back them. Nothing you are going to do about it. So when this policy was brought up by the South Africa government, sanctions left and right, even they have to freeze aid and all that. So this one is the latest actions taken by the US against South Africa right now. They are trying to tell them that you are not welcome. Now the prime question is, as we are all believing that Donald Trump is doing all these things, or the US government is doing these things, and this freezing of aid, taking severe action against South Africa, as we are all believing that it is because of the land policy, is it truly the case? No. It is because Donald Trump and his billionaire Elon Musk, they are very good friends of, the country we can't mention here. Those people were around the bush, you can't mention their name. On this platform, there's freedom of speech until your speech touches these people. South Africa have been the only person dragging these guys. And because of their stand, that is the reason why they are trying to clear South Africa up. It has nothing to do with land. Let's put just apart. It has nothing to do with the land policy. Because everybody, when you check right now, the United States is taking action against everybody. But you can see that South Africa is being targeted in a particular way. It is because of their stand against the friend of these people. Now, Rasul's dismissal is highly unusual. You see, Lower ranking diplomats are sometimes declared in the United States as persona non grata. That is, they are not welcome anymore. They have to leave the country. But expelling an ambassador is rare. It's not common. Even during diplomatic tension with Russia, such as the Cold War and the 2014 annexation of Crimea, and the allegations of interference in the 2016 US election, Washington and Moscow, they refrain from expelling each other's ambassador because these people are high-ranking officials. So you can see that what is happening is total disrespect to South Africa. But you are going to see them in the comment. They will be shouting, leave us alone, concentrate on your country. Ramaphosa doesn't want to take any action or say anything that will implicate the life of South Africans there. They don't want, he's protecting the South Africans. That's what I believe. Some people say Ramaphosa is a coward, but I don't think so. He's doing everything possible to, because if a high-ranking official like the South Africa ambassador can be sacked from the country, then the normal citizens can be of high target. It will be easy to logo them out of the country. They'll just use some narrative and chase them out. So for the well-being of these people, that is why you see Ramaphosa trying to massage. He said the whole thing is regrettable, but he emphasized that South Africa remain committed to a strong relationship with the United States, and South African and Pan-Africans are angry. That no. Why is he trying to establish a relationship with the United States again, blah, blah, blah. And Julius Malema is on fire, firing left and right. But I think they need to take it easy in a way because of the citizens living abroad. Now, they are giving 1 week to the ambassador to vamoose from the country. And one of the concerns on the media right now is the platform or the medium used to sack the man. We respect these people a lot as black people. But in return, what we get has always been disrespect. How do you use Twitter to sack a whole ambassador? You don't do that. Normally, it should be communicated in a diplomatic way, official, something like that. But to go to Twitter, a social media, to declare that he's leaving the country, to declare him persona non grata, is no longer welcome. I mean, it is so disrespectful and so embarrassing. Black Africans, we should learn. We should learn from what is happening right now. Because at the end of the day, we always love unconditionally and respect unconditionally, but we have always received this in return. And South Africans in South Africa, listen, we are not against you. They are the only people, when you talk about borderless Africa, they will oppose it. No, we don't want people. They feel like everybody wants to come to their country. Some of them, not all of them. I know there are good South Africans who have the Pan-African mentality, that they believe that these colonial borders, so long as we are operating these colonial borders, I'm telling you, we are living in 1800. I'm telling you, even Ibrahim Traore mentioned it. He said it, that look, the white people, honestly speaking, the rate at which they are going and the things that they are learning in school, we need to reform our dealing and things, because these people are living in 2025 while we are living in 1800. He said it. Why would Ibrahim Traore mention that we are living in 1800? Because we are still operating the colonial borders, and the things they give us, whatsoever damage they did to us in 1884. That is why he said we are still in the 18. And he said that we can't go and take the things they do and come and apply here. No, we need to redefine and then reform our own system. So when we are talking about the opening of the borders, we are talking about decolonization. That is what we are preaching. It is not that you open your borders and everybody will go. Not everybody wants to go to South Africa. In Ghana, we are good here. Nigerians, they are good there. Some of them go to South Africa. But South Africans also, some of South Africans living in Ghana, some live in Nigeria, some live in other parts of it. That is how we interchange and then we live among each other. So when we are saying borderless Africa, we are not talking about opening the border for everybody to come to South Africa. South Africans believe that their country is the best country and everybody wants to come there. But let's put jokes apart. It is not like that. Understand that the people you believe and trust that they are your people, they don't see you as their people. The day these people will come out and say, we want to be independent, these guys will back them with everything that they need to make sure that they become independent. Even if you have to go with fighting, they will support them. South Africans and the entire black Africans, we are on our own. Nobody actually love us. We can only love ourselves. When you talk about diplomatic relationship, we put high respect to the United States. But the question is, do they also give us back that same respect? If a whole South Africa ambassador can just be expelled like that, it tells you the level of disrespect towards us. We need to sit up. Recently, when the United States pull it out that they are stopping their US AID, everybody was shaking. Everybody. But the new government of Ghana managed in a way and is regulating the situation. And I'm very happy of the fact that John Dramani Mahama is not making a call for a reform in their policy for their aid to come. He's trying their best to find ways around it. I'm very happy about that. South Africa is in panic in a way. Although some of their people are saying, I mean, those who believe in the EFF, they're saying no, they don't care. They can find their ways around. But the government seems to be a little bit shaky because of the aid and all these things. I mean, it's creating some gap that the government is a little bit confused. Only 3 people are not confused when the United States declare that they are stopping their aid. Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. These 3 in the Sahel, they're not shaky. They say, they did not even make comment about it. That's it. They don't care about it. We need to fight for our independence, how we can be able to manage our own affair. Kwame Nkrumah said the black man is able to manage, or the black man is capable of managing his own affair. It was not just a statement. It was a fact. We can count the things that Kwame Nkrumah did to prove the fact that yes, the black man is actually capable of managing his own affair. Look at how the people you believe that they are your people. Look at how they are treating your ambassador because of their people. So the ambassador of South Africa is giving solid 1 week to vamoose from the country because his stay is expired. You are free to speak. But the question is, after speaking, if you are going to be free, you are expelling an ambassador because the ambassador speak something or say something that you don't like. Where is the democracy? What is the difference between this and autocracy? You guys are on the neck of Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, claiming that these people, they are practicing military government, and because of that they are not allowing citizens to express themselves. They cannot criticize government. The government is silencing people who are criticizing them. This is a country that is preaching that rubbish about the Sahel. With their democracy, people are not even free to speak. These people don't have the moral right to tell us what is human right and what is democracy. I'm going to be waiting in the comment. I know South Africans will be there. Check the comment. They'll be there. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. They'll be using their we are going to leave you alone.